introduce you to a new organisation that I've started, and it's called Orange Moon. It's called Orange Moon Wholistic Services, and basically we provide health, well-being, fitness and leisure events, products and services. So, is you okay there? Yeah, so what I'm giving you out is a little flyer, and on this flyer it's just going to be like a worksheet, that information, so you don't need to look at it right now, it's just a thing. And I called it Orange Moon Holistic Services minus the holes, that's our caption. The reason being that I noticed that a lot of holistic and well-being events and products usually have holistic spelt with a H, and I just think it's just semantics for me, but it really irritates me with the holistic, like as if something's missing. So whereas I'm thinking about whole as a whole person, so when I've gone to a few other maybe health and well-being events, I notice sometimes that they may focus on one area and call it holistic, but maybe miss out. So for me, holistic means, you know, balancing different aspects of your life that make you, so whether it's the health and fitness, finance, creativity, your spiritual self, I feel like that all comes in, because I've met lots of people who maybe have said that they're focused on their career and their ambitions, but maybe neglected their health or something. So for me, I just remember always thinking, I just need the balance, so hence the reason for the mistake. I think that's my point. So the reason that I think holistic is important is the objective is for balance, and I'm not sure what balance means to you, but for me this is sort of like a depiction of what my life is like, the different various roles that I play, and just trying to juggle them on and be like the best that I can be. But obviously sometimes you can't be 100% with everything, but it's just to try, and so I called it like a busy human doing, so that's just the image. So I don't know what it means to you. It could mean doing everything, or it could be meaning doing some things, but the whole reason why you want to be holistic is to try and balance some of the aspects. There you go. So the Orange Moon approach, I've got that down as being holistic, like I said, to balancing the different aspects of your life, person-centred. So we run events and lots of sort of what we call play shots, where it's more or less based on personal development, but whereas maybe you might come to certain events and maybe want to be dictated at, we don't do that, so that's why we say it's person-centred. It has to come from you, so it's about where you want to be in your life, what you want to do in your life, and no one can really tell you how to live in your own shoes, so it's just about working with you. And what we provide is the research, so we try and do lots of research into different areas and we put it there. So even if, for example, someone was into weight management and they wanted to go on a particular diet, we don't advocate any particular diet. We present the information and then you choose what's best for you. So that's why we try and say person-centred. Balance, again, it is about juggling the different aspects of your life, but it's also about embracing the good, the bad and the ugly. So lots of people, maybe when they start embarking on like a health and well-being journey, they feel like they can't do certain things, and sometimes, to be honest, these people get a bit dry and boring. And for me, I just feel like it's fun. Life should be about living. So we've got an 80-20 approach where we say 80% of the time you're working really well, so whether it's that you're eating really well, and that 20%, it's no big deal to have a little chocolate, have a crisp, if that's what you want, whatever your vice is, whether it's shopping, buying shoes, that 20%, whatever you want to do. And most of all, is fun. And we just think, don't take life seriously, you know, because you may not get out alive, and you know you're not going to. But it's just to have fun with everything you do. So some of the exercises that we try and do, and what I'm going to go through today, is to just to have an open mind, just to enjoy it, and just not take it so seriously. It's just fun, it's information for yourself. And I think I've got, so just today, we've got three areas that we're going to cover. Usually in the events we usually do 5 different areas, but we split it over a course of 4 weeks. But today I'm just going to look at 3 main things. One of them is called Mind Map, and Mind Map is just basically just the goings on in your mind, what makes you unique, your personality, your profile, your motivations. So the first part will be covering that. The second is body fuel, and nutrition is one of my favourite subjects, but some of you may know it better than me. So if I say anything wrong, feel free to jump in. But I offer a general sort of nutrition advice, and usually it's aimed at people who have no balance or nutritional basis. So if you know you're doing well, most of what I say will just already be you just used to it. And then active living. We've called it fitness and active living, and you don't need to look like the woman there, don't try. But active living basically is this a way of getting your body moving and incorporating in your life. So we try to target most of our events and workshops at people who are really busy in their life, because what we're noticing is that people are so busy they don't really have the opportunity to take stock of what they're doing, where they're at, because they're just busy doing it. So that's why we term them human doings, because they're always doing. They rarely just be or be human beings. So most of the things are like quick snapshots, and then what we try and do is that people do want further information, they can approach us and we can do more one-to-one stuff. And also, if we don't have the experience or expertise, we'll point you in the right direction. It's not about us trying to keep you to ourselves. So a bit about me. My name is Naomi Davison, and this just sums up some of the things that I'm involved in. My family is important to me. I love going on holidays. As you can see, I'm in my Thai boxing clothes. I love Thai boxing. I also teach boxercise to the community groups and children. I'm also a qualified counsellor. I do integrative, person-centred. And so this just all the things that just having fun, socialising, just sums up me. My favourite charity, as we've mentioned, 100 Black Men of London. And just most importantly, I always give thanks for everything that I've got and everything where I'm going and where I'm at now. So I think I've mentioned a nutritionist, also the counselling and the thing, but I'm also an analyst. And so my background is research. I got a BSc in psychology and then went on to do a master's in social research and statistics. So everything I do, I just love research and trying to just find out what's out there, and worked as an analyst. So try to incorporate that in everything I do. So the first section is about you, personal hands-on, and that's when we're relating it to the handouts that I've given you. So with those handouts, this is probably the only time that you're going to actually have to reflect on something about yourself. The rest of it will be me sharing information to you. So this is the first bit. I thought it was a good starting point to centre on yourself. I just think everything starts with you. So the first part that we're going to go through is where maybe the holistic measure. So I've listed different areas on a piece of paper. So they're covering health and fitness, your mental, emotional well-being, finance, leisure. I've given little examples, but you can use whichever you want. And what I was going to ask you to do is our first mission, our first exercise, is to complete the holistic chart by just putting out of 10 where you think you are currently in your life. So some of you, it might be the first time that you've actually done an audit of your life. There could be other areas that I haven't included, but this is just a general one, just to go through and just to mark out of 10. So just a few minutes just to do that. Do you have a pen? Here, I'll give you. Is this just for ourselves? Yeah, it's just for yourself. However, one of what I'm going to ask at the end of it is just to choose one goal, and that I would like you to share with somebody else. But the rest, you can choose whatever you want. But just, just score it. So quantitatively. So I think that helps.